Hi there, this is Aaron. Today is Sunday the 2nd of February and it's day 36 on the allotment. Well, I've got over here today. I came over yesterday and it was quite annoying because we keep all of our tools and everything locked away in a secure shed. We don't actually have individual sheds. We have one that we share for the whole plot, which is steel and very difficult to break into. But of course it does mean that you need a key, and I got down here yesterday and managed to forget my keys, so there wasn't actually a lot I could do yesterday other than just turn over a bit of compost because I couldn't get any of my tools out. Yeah, bit of a non-event yesterday, but today I'm here and what I'm doing is I've brought over the currants to plant out today. I've got black currants, red currants and white currants, which I'm at last going to get into place on the allotment. So let me turn the camera around and let's have a general look around, and I'll also show you what I'm going to be doing today. These green containers are the ones. They're very, very large. They're sort of over a foot deep, probably sort of 18 inches deep, maybe even 20 inches deep. You'll also see that there is another one of the intended raised beds that I've brought down as well. We found another suitcase that the wheels are broken on that one. That's actually quite deep as well, so I'm thinking very hard about what to grow inside this one, but I think these suitcase raised beds could be a winner. Over here you can see are my black currants and white currants, and they're ready to go into the containers once I've filled them up with compost. Strawberries, there's a bit of green there. I'm convinced that the strawberries are going to recover. I mean, they've just been blown to bits by the wind, but as Halvor remarked last week, yeah, strawberries are very, very, very tough. It takes a lot to kill a strawberry. Moving along the line of my broad beans, a couple of them actually have started to look just to have a little bit of a discoloured leaf. Now I think that's the wind. It certainly isn't black fly. I've had a look at it and it's not that. I just think that it's muck and dust being blown around and made them a little bit discoloured. On this little fella at the end, something's had a go at him. There's a hole in one of his leaves. I didn't actually think broad bean leaves were that appetising to anyone, but apparently so. Somebody's had a little pop at him. Looking across this side of the allotment, now this in that far corner is where I'm looking to put the greenhouse. It's arrived. I haven't brought it over yet, and there's going to be a day when I'm assembling that, but I've got to make sure that all these high winds and storms that we're having are gone, because it's just a plastic covering and it'll get ripped to pieces. Let's give you a closer look at the garlic and the onions. Onions are at the front in these first two rows, and then it's garlic all the way back, except for the last three in that top corner, which are also onions. So my garlic is probably looking the healthiest thing on the plot at the moment, which pleases me greatly. I was starting to get a little bit worried about my onions because they really have been blown by the wind. They're still a bit straggly. They are the overwinter onions, so I'm hoping that as soon as spring gets going, that they're going to sort of get a bit more meat on them and start to look as if they are thriving a bit more. I've put some more compost down around my rhubarb, making sure not to bury the crown. I am aware that that is the thing that you mustn't do, and you can see the rhubarb popping out of the top. I just thought it needed a little bit more around it, so we've sorted that out. Over here are my red currants, and you can probably see that I've started to dig a hole in the compost, in the container. The containers have all got holes in so that water will drain out. I've also absolutely soaked each one of the currants. The soil that they're currently in is absolutely soggy wet. So hopefully it won't be too much of a shock when I put them in. I am a bit worried because I actually thought they might have been coming back into life now, but they're still looking very dead stick. I'm hoping that I haven't actually killed them by keeping them in these pots. I guess I'll have to see. I just don't know, therefore I'm paranoid, but they're going in today, and that's lots of nice compost there for them to grow into. So there we have it. Sun's in the sky. It is very, very nippy. Before I came out, actually, I saw Mick's video, and he looks as if he's got very, very similar weather. I can see that the ground has dried out a little bit, but I mean, it's still not enough that I can really pull stuff out of it and get down in there. I just need a little bit more of a dry spell before I can do that. So hopefully, now that we're into February, that might happen. So we'll have to see, and I guess I'm also hoping that winter hasn't got some surprises for us with frost and snow coming. But anyway, I've certainly got things to do. I can see you at the end, so I'd better get on with it. I'll talk to you later. Well, I'm just pausing for a second because the weather really can't make up its mind what it's doing. 1 second the sun's shining, the next minute it's blowing a gale. It's calming down again now, but just a second ago it was blowing around as if it was going to blow everything away. So while that's going on and settling down, what has happened is that I have received my seeds for the year. So this morning before I came down, I just had a look through all of the seeds and also got some of the first planting of the year done. What I've done is just plant some leeks into loo rolls that I've been collecting, cut them in half, put them inside a seed tray. I filled the seed tray with a little bit of compost on the bottom. I mean, not much, just a couple of millimetres, just in case roots pop out. And then I've used a little mantra that I've been told in putting the seeds in, which is one for the rook, one for the crow, one to rot and one to grow. So each one of these have got 4 in, and I'm assuming that one of those is going to grow from each one. Of course, if they all grow, that means I've got a bumper leek crop. The variety is Musselburgh, which apparently is a really big leek. I don't know, I found it from part of the Seed Parade catalogue and ordered from them. I'll be going through my other seeds in a little while. But they're in now, bit of compost on top, so I'm just going to water them all. Now this seed tray has got holes in the bottom, so water won't just build up, it'll drip through. But I'm actually going to keep these indoors, so what I've also got is a drip tray underneath that, which I'm going to put them in. And then I've also got some polythene bags. I looked at these propagator tops and they're sort of like a quid 50 each. But these, I think are probably tougher, are exactly the right size to put the seed tray in. And I picked up 50 of these for less than 20 quid. So that to me looked like a really good idea. So that's my leeks. Just as it's starting to rain, I need to get them back in. And here I've got my seeds for this year. I've ordered from a couple of companies. The first one was Seed Parade, who I've got some peas, some lettuce, some runner beans, some broccoli, some cabbage, leeks, which I've just planted in the little cells, some carrot, some radish, some climbing French beans, some lettuce, some cucumber. So plenty there to get going. I'm particularly interested in the cucumber because I have the greenhouse and I can grow that indoors for the first time. Oh, sorry, not indoors, but under cover. Now, the other seeds, main seed company that I ordered from is the Real Seed Catalogue. So I've got some breakfast radish, some cayenne bush pumpkin, sorry, Cheyenne bush pumpkin. That's a variety of different cauliflowers. So there's purple cauliflowers, yellow cauliflowers, white cauliflowers, and also romaine, which I know it's going to be difficult, but I am going to try and see if I can get some cauliflower to grow. Some celery, which is self-blanching. Some yellow Rinsberger long-keeping onions. Touchon carrot, and that's all from the Real Seed Company. Now, both Seed Parade and the Real Seed Company, both of them posted off my seeds to me really, really quickly. I posted the order on a Saturday. One batch arrived on the Monday and the other batch arrived on the Wednesday, so really, really quick. Other things that I've ordered, also from the Real Seed Catalogue, is some lemon drop hot chili peppers. So I need to get those growing very quickly as well. So I've got the lemon drop hot chili pepper from the Real Seed Catalogue, and then I've also ordered from the Victorian Nursery Gardens some Scotch bonnet. Now I had to wait for this because it hadn't quite come in and wasn't quite ready to ship, but still just over a week they delivered the seeds, so I'm hoping to get 2 chilies on the go this year. Over here you see Oscar, who's very interested in the seeds and who is about to get knocked off. Come on, out of the way. And here we have the first of my potatoes that are chitting. So this is International Kidney, which I grew last year. I'm going to grow half of it as a first early, which is sort of the same as Jersey Royals, except you can't call them that because this isn't Jersey. And the other half I'm going to let to grow to more of a main crop like I did last year, because they became really lovely fluffy potatoes that were brilliant for everything. So we really enjoyed those. I'm still having to wait for an order from another company which have got my other 2 potatoes seeds that are coming, because they're not ready to ship yet. But that is Anya and also Golden Wonder. What I've also done is to order in the various feeds and fertilizers for the year. So here I've got some organic strawberry fertilizer, some sulfate of potash, some organic liquid seaweed, super phosphate, the good old fish blood and bone, and sulfate of ammonia to make sure that the compost heap keeps going. Looking out across the plot now, you can see the green containers that are there. Let's take a closer look at those. In this one is what I believe is my red currant, which is Jonkers von Tet. I know I've pronounced that incorrectly, but I have no idea how to speak Dutch or how to pronounce it. So it is wrong, I know it's wrong, but that's what it is in there. This one is Titania blackcurrant. Now, I have an issue with this because it didn't have anywhere near the roots that the red currant did. In fact, I mean, it's starting to look like I've planted another twig. I remember when it arrived that, it had sort of the beginnings of roots, but it doesn't look to have developed any more. Now, I don't know if that is purely because, the season isn't upon us. Also, as I was putting it in, I managed to clumsily snap off a little bit of the top. So I don't know if this one is actually a dud. Well, that's it for day 36. As I say, everything else is very much as you've seen it. So it probably looks as if I haven't got that much done today, and in truth I haven't. But these are very, very short days still. I'm looking forward to lighter evenings as we go through February into March and then start to come into setting the clocks again, but a little while yet. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time on the allotment. Goodbye.